Hi, I'm Fiona Gordon. I'm the CEO of Ogilvy UK. And these are my biggest lessons. My first lesson is that enthusiasm can really transform a situation. I learnt this actually really early on in my career when I first arrived at Ogilvy UK in my shiny red suit on my first day and started to watch the people who had most impact in the room. And what I saw is they kind of showed up with this really enthusiastic attitude. We've all been in meetings where, it's getting quite tough and the atmosphere can be quite tense, but I think you can actually change the vibe of a room and a situation by bringing your enthusiasm into that room, because it really is infectious and begins to change the behaviour of everyone else in the room, and also then can help lead to more action and positive outcomes, which is what we're all really trying to achieve. My second lesson is that it does take diverse opinions and skills to get to better creative outcomes. Obviously, we work in a creative industry, but all industries require creativity. And I think to get to those innovative outcomes really does take to have different opinions forming and shaping the ideas as you move forward. Sometimes you can be in a situation where teams have been working at a problem for quite a long time and they're finding it hard to embrace a new way of thinking. And by bringing those diverse skills and opinions into the room, you can actually change the conversation and stimulate people to go into new pathways. I think as a leader, you're there really to help those conditions thrive where people can be their most creative selves. When we're children, we all love to play, and having a bit of that spirit of fun and play, really as well as diverse opinions, can help you get to more innovative outcomes, which can help transform your results. My third lesson is probably actually the hardest one, which is to become a true master of empathy. It's talked a lot in business about at the moment, but actually it is really critical skill, I think, for today's successful modern leader. As people come back from the pandemic and we see people re-entering the workplace, we see a lot of changes in how people are showing up to work with their whole self. We've seen everyone's homes the last few months. Everyone's cat, my dog, has made many appearances. But bringing that empathy and continuing it into the workplace, I think, is really vital. Obviously, sometimes it's hard to put yourself in someone else's shoes, but doing that without judgment, trying to understand where they're coming from, what they need to succeed, creating flexible working to enable them to do it, coaching and mentoring, I think is really vital. So do work at becoming a true master of empathy. Embrace a career of squiggles and not straight lines. I think when we're at university and school, we all think career's going to be a bit like a ladder, which hopefully you'll run up as fast as you can. But actually, I'd say the best careers are more like a climbing frame, where you can experiment, explore, go up and down, and often sideways, because actually it's by doing that that you get the richer experience. So sometimes you'll want to go and learn a new diverse skill to move to the next stage of a job. Or you'll want to work in a different geography or a different market to enrich your learning. These are all brilliant ways to grow and become deeper. Yes, as you get more senior, you become to learn to things that only you can do really well. But again, that's part of the exploring and fine-tuning and finessing. So I think really embrace the squiggles. They will make you a richer and better leader as you progress. This one is my top survival tip, and this is how to turn off the day and detach from work. As a leader, you have to give energy. You are there to inspire and give energy to your people, but that means you must look after your own energy. And I think to look after your own energy, you do need to learn some techniques earlier on in your career about managing yourself. For me, one of the most useful things I ever got taught was how to turn the day off. So on the way home or just before you leave, and if you're at home, you can do this as well just by going to a different room. You're not going to have achieved everything that day. Accept that and kind of embrace it. Write down a note of the critical things that you think you must do tomorrow. Write down the thing that you know you should have done today that you didn't do. And then kind of like park it. Go home, be present, whether it's for your partner, for your kids, for watching TV, for going running, whatever your thing is. Feed your soul, feed your energy. Because you might think you're doing a brilliant job by replying to all those emails at 10 o'clock at night, but in all honesty, if you come to work the next day exhausted, that doesn't really help anyone. So turn off the day. It will honestly make your life so much better, and you'll be a better leader as a result.